Ever feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day? You know, like you're constantly chasing the clock.
Oh, absolutely. It's a common feeling these days.
Yeah. Well, today on Deep Dive, we're going to dive into some really cool strategies to actually not just manage time, but make the most of it.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of different sources.
Yeah.
We have a Reddit thread that's just like bursting with tips and tricks. And then we also have this article called 10 Simple Steps to Make the Most of Every Day.
Awesome. I love that combination of like kind of crowdsourced wisdom
Yeah.
and then, a more structured approach.
Exactly. And the thing is, they both really focus on things you can actually do like right now.
Right.
So let's jump right in.
Hmm.
One of the things that really caught my eye in that Reddit thread was maximizing what they called waiting time.
Uh,
And I think we all have that, like we're standing in line at the grocery store, or you're waiting at the doctor's office, or even sitting in traffic.
it's like those little in-between moments.
Exactly.
And what I find fascinating about this concept is it's not about like, adding more hours to the day, which we all wish we could do,
Oh, I know.
but it's about really maximizing the ones that we have.
Totally.
And it's recognizing that productivity isn't just about those big chunks of uninterrupted time,
Right.
but it's also about these small intervals that we tend to kind of just let slip by.
Oh, yeah. And they had really good examples in the thread, like, instead of scrolling through your phone while you're at the doctor's office, you could be prepping for a meeting
Right.
or, catching up on some emails.
Right.
Or while you're waiting for the laundry, you could do a quick workout or meditation.
Yeah, it's about being intentional with our time, even those moments that may feel insignificant.
I love that.
And it not only helps us get more done, but I think it helps reduce that feeling of being so rushed and overwhelmed all the time.
Totally. And like I said, we've all had that feeling.
Absolutely.
So both of the sources had a lot to say about morning routines. And this is kind of a classic, but waking up early.
Yeah, it's something that always comes up. It's funny, though, the Reddit thread had some people that were really not down with that. They were like, I am a night owl.
Night owls unite.
Yeah.
But there was this one argument that was so compelling that early morning is like bonus time.
Right.
That time before like the day really starts, you can just really focus.
And you're free from distractions.
Exactly.
People aren't emailing you yet. You know your phone's not blowing up.
Right.
It's really nice.
In the 10 Simple Steps article, they even said that waking up an hour earlier each day is like gaining 15 extra days a year.
Whoa. Wild, right?
I mean, that's a powerful way to think about it. And, it's not just about productivity.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people find that having that quiet time in the morning is just really good for their well-being.
Oh, for sure.
It's a chance to kind of set your intentions for the day or, do some self-care.
Right.
Just enjoy a cup of coffee in peace before the craziness starts.
Okay, I can see that. I'm
Right.
definitely more of a night owl, but I think I could get behind that.
Yeah. So speaking of setting ourselves up for success, they both also talked about the importance of what we eat.
Yes, fueling our bodies in the right way.
And it all starts with breakfast, specifically protein.
Of course. And protein's essential for a lot of things our bodies do.
It is.
And there's a lot of research that shows that having protein at breakfast helps you focus, concentrate, and just feel more mentally clear throughout the day.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So what are some things people could eat? Because I know a lot of people just think like protein shake.
Right. Or like dry toast with nothing on it.
Exactly.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
No, not at all. The Reddit thread actually had some really good ideas. They were talking about Greek yogurt.
Oh, yeah, with some fruit and nuts in there.
Exactly.
Woohoo!
Scrambled eggs with veggies, or even smoothies.
Smoothies are a great way to sneak in some protein powder,
Totally.
if that's your thing.
Yeah, exactly. The key is just to find what works for you and what you'll actually want to eat.
Absolutely. And I think along with what we're eating, we gotta remember to stay hydrated.
Oh, that's so important.
It's really easy to forget about water when we're busy.
Oh, for sure.
But keeping a water bottle nearby and sipping on it throughout the day, it can really make a difference.
It does. For your energy and your focus.
For sure.
Okay, so we've talked about maximizing time, morning routines, and good food.
Yeah.
But making the most of your day isn't just about checking things off a to-do list, right?
No, absolutely not. It's about our overall well-being, taking care of ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally.
I like that.
And one of the simplest and most powerful ways to do that is through exercise.
Okay, so exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit, sometimes it just feels like another thing to add to the list.
Right.
But the 10 Simple Steps article made a really good point. They said it boosts your mood, reduces stress, you sleep better, and it could even make you more creative.
And I think those benefits go way beyond just the physical. Regular exercise can really impact our mental clarity and our resilience.
Totally.
It's like hitting the reset button.
I love that. I've definitely felt that after a good workout. But it doesn't have to be these crazy gym sessions, right?
Oh, not at all.
Like a walk in nature or a quick yoga session. Those are great too.
Absolutely. The key is to find activities that you enjoy and that you can fit into your routine.
Exactly.
And even small bursts of movement throughout the day can make a difference.
Right.
So, like, take the stairs instead of the elevator,
Yes.
park a little further away,
Yep.
just get up and stretch every hour.
I love those ideas.
Just little things to keep your body moving.
So simple. Okay, now another strategy that came up in both sources was being present with other people.
Oh, that's a big one.
It is. And especially in our digital world, it's so easy to get distracted by our phones.
So easy.
You can be there physically, but mentally you're somewhere else.
Right. You're not really engaged.
But the 10 Simple Steps had some good tips to break free from those distractions and actually connect with the people that matter most.
Yeah, and there's simple things like putting your phone away during dinner
Yes.
or when you're having conversations,
Yeah.
making eye contact and actively listening to what people are saying.
Right.
It's about creating a space where you can really connect on a deeper level.
That's a good point. So true connection requires you to be present, like both physically and mentally.
Absolutely.
Now, this one I was a little surprised about at first, giving to others every day. I
Interesting.
thought this was about making the most of my day.
Right.
But then as I thought about it more, I realized that when you give to others, it actually makes your day better.
Yeah. And, there's research that shows that acts of kindness and generosity, they can really boost our own well-being.
That's wild.
Yeah, it makes our days feel more meaningful.
It's so true. I love that. And 10 Simple Steps was really emphasizing those small acts of kindness. It doesn't have to be a big thing, like giving a compliment,
Yeah.
helping a neighbor with their groceries, or just being there for a friend.
Yeah, just listening to them, being a good listener.
Exactly. And all those little things can really make a difference.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot.
We have.
Maximizing little pockets of time, creating a morning routine, fueling your body, being present with others, and giving back. What else did our sources have to say about making the most of our day?
Well, one theme that really stood out to me was the importance of nurturing your soul.
Okay, nurturing our souls. I'm definitely intrigued. What exactly does that mean?
Well, I think it's about taking time to connect with yourself, exploring your values and beliefs and your passions,
Yeah.
engaging in activities that bring you joy and peace and a sense of purpose.
So it's like nourishing your inner self.
Exactly. And it's different for everyone. For
Right.
some people, it might be through spiritual practices like prayer or meditation.
Okay.
For others, it might be creative pursuits, things like painting, writing, music.
I like that.
For others, it's spending time in nature or with loved ones.
Right.
Or just pursuing a hobby that they really love.
I love that idea. It's about those things that make you feel alive and joyful.
Exactly. Things that light you up.
That's beautiful. I have a feeling there's a lot more to unpack here.
Oh, there is.
But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more insights on how to make the most of every single day.
Sounds good. As we were talking about nurturing our souls during the break, it really struck me that one of the hardest things these days is finding that balance between our inner world and like the demands of the outer world.
It's true. It's like we're always juggling so many things.
Responsibilities, deadlines,
Illness.
expectations.
And then we're trying to squeeze in self-care and creativity and all that.
Exactly. And that's where I think this idea of strategic underachievement comes in.
Strategic underachievement. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it was mentioned briefly in one of the sources, and I thought it was really interesting.
Okay, I'm curious. Tell me more.
So basically, it's about realizing that we can't be excellent at everything all the time.
Oh, that's for sure.
Right. So it's about choosing areas where we're okay with just good enough so we can free up energy to really excel in the areas that truly matter to us.
I like that it's like giving yourself permission to not be perfect at everything.
Exactly. And it's not about being lazy or settling for mediocrity.
Right.
It's about being intentional with our energy and focus.
So it's kind of like prioritizing your tasks, which both sources talked about.
Yes, exactly. It's about creating a clear plan for your day so you can stay focused on what's most important.
I know I need help with that. I make a to-do list and then I get completely sidetracked.
Well, one technique that can help with that is the Eisenhower matrix.
Ooh, I've heard of that.
It's a simple tool, but it's super effective for figuring out which tasks are truly important and which ones are just urgent or maybe even just busy work.
Okay, so how does it work?
Basically, it's a grid with 4 quadrants. The
Okay.
first one is for tasks that are both urgent and important.
Okay, got it.
Those are the things that need your attention right now.
Like a fire alarm going off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you have tasks that are important but not urgent.
So those are things that are important for the long term but don't have a deadline right now.
Exactly like planning for your retirement or working on a personal project.
Makes sense.
Then you have the urgent but not important tasks.
Those are the ones that always trip me up.
They can feel so pressing, but they don't actually contribute much to your overall goals.
Like answering every single email the second it comes in.
Exactly. And then finally, you have tasks that are neither urgent nor important.
Those are the time wasters.
Yes,
Yeah.
the things you can eliminate or delegate without any consequences.
Okay, so the key is to focus on the urgent and important stuff, but also make time for those important but not urgent tasks.
Exactly. And by using the Eisenhower matrix, you can become more intentional with your time and avoid getting bogged down by the things that aren't really moving you forward.
Oh, I'm definitely going to try that. Now, shifting gears a bit, another theme that came up was taking care of our physical well-being.
Absolutely. And a big part of that is what we eat.
Right, we talked about protein at breakfast, but healthy eating is important all day long.
It is, and it doesn't have to be complicated or restrictive.
So any tips for making healthy eating easier?
Well, one thing is to focus on whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible.
Okay, like fruits and vegetables and stuff.
Exactly. Things like fruits, veggies, lean proteins, whole grains, nuts, and seeds.
So basically real food.
Exactly. Those foods will give you sustained energy and nutrients without the crashes you get from processed foods.
That makes sense.
Hmm?
And another thing I struggle with is portion control.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. It's so easy to overeat even when you're eating healthy food.
I know, I do it all the time.
One thing that can help is to really pay attention to your body's hunger and fullness cues.
Okay, so like actually listen to your body.
Yes, tune in to those signals and eat until you're comfortably satisfied, not stuffed.
I'm going to try that. And of course, we can't forget about exercise.
Absolutely. And remember, it doesn't have to be a marathon every day.
Right, just little bits of movement can make a difference.
Exactly like taking the stairs, parking further away, or just standing up to stretch every hour.
I like to do walking meetings whenever I can.
That's a great idea. It gets you moving, and fresh air can do wonders for your creativity.
Speaking of creativity,
Yeah.
one of the most powerful tools we have is mindfulness.
Oh, yes, mindfulness is so important. We talked about being present with others, but it's also about being present with ourselves.
So what exactly is mindfulness?
It's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment.
Okay.
It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting carried away by them.
So instead of getting lost in your thoughts, you just observe them.
Exactly. And there are so many ways to practice mindfulness. You can meditate, but you can also practice it while you're doing everyday things like walking, eating, or even washing dishes.
I love that idea. It makes mindfulness feel more accessible.
It is. And the beauty of it is that you don't need any special equipment or training.
So what are the benefits of practicing mindfulness?
Well, there are tons of benefits. Studies have shown that it can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost your immune system, increase your focus, and even help you regulate your emotions better.
Wow, that's amazing. It sounds like a superpower.
It kind of is, and the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes.
Okay, I'm definitely going to give it a try. Now, another thing that both sources talked about was the importance of giving to others.
Yes, it's easy to get caught up in our own lives, but when we take the time to help others, it really does make a difference.
I think sometimes people feel like they don't have enough time or money to give back, but it doesn't have to be a big thing.
Exactly, those small acts of kindness can have a huge impact.
Like smiling at someone or offering to help.
Absolutely. Those little things can really brighten someone's day.
And it makes you feel good too.
Exactly. It's a win-win. And speaking of creating a positive environment, another thing that came up was resetting our homes for the next day.
Oh yeah, I love that idea. Waking up to a clean and organized space just makes you feel so much better.
Me too. It's like starting the day with a fresh slate.
And it doesn't have to be a deep clean every night. Just taking a few minutes to tidy up can make a big difference.
Absolutely. It's about creating a sense of order and calm before you go to bed.
I'm going to start doing that tonight. It sounds like a great way to unwind and transition into sleep mode.
It is, and it also sets you up for success the next day. By taking care of those little things the night before, you're freeing up mental space to focus on what matters in the morning.
I love that. This has been such a great conversation. I feel like I've learned so much about how to make the most of my day.
Me too. It's been a pleasure exploring these topics with you. But before we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to touch on.
Okay, what's that?
It's about remembering that personal growth and self-improvement is a journey, not a destination.
I like that.
There will be days when you feel super productive and days when you feel totally overwhelmed.
That's so true.
The key is to approach each day with intentionality and curiosity and a willingness to learn and grow.
I love that perspective. It's a reminder that we're all works in progress.
Exactly. So let's
Yeah.
embrace the journey, celebrate our wins, learn from our challenges, and keep striving to create days that are filled with meaning, purpose, and joy.
Beautifully said. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to remind everyone that it's not about achieving some perfect ideal, but about making small, consistent choices that move us in the direction we want to go.
And it's about celebrating those wins, learning from the challenges, and embracing the journey with all its ups and downs.
This has been so inspiring. I feel like I've gained so many valuable tools and perspectives on how to make the most of my day and create a life that really reflects my values and goals.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you, and I hope our listeners feel empowered to take what they've learned and create a life that's both meaningful and fulfilling.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend who could use a little inspiration in their day. We'll be back next week with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making the most of every single day. I think it's so empowering to know that we really can have more control over our days.
Right. It's not about becoming like a productivity machine,
Yeah,
but just making choices that really work for you and that help you reach your goals.
totally. And giving yourself a break when things don't go perfectly.
Oh, absolutely. Because life is going to throw curveballs.
It is. It is.
It always does. And it's how we deal with those challenges that really matters.
Speaking of challenges, one thing I always have trouble with is like turning my brain off at the end of the day.
Oh, I feel that. It's so hard to unwind.
It is. My mind just keeps replaying everything that happened, or I start worrying about tomorrow and I can't relax.
I hear you. It's tough with everything always going on around us. You know, one thing that can really help is creating a digital sunset.
A digital sunset. I love that. What is that?
So it's basically setting a time each evening where you disconnect from all your devices,
Right.
phone, computer, tablet, the whole thing, and doing something relaxing instead.
I like that. So it's like giving your brain permission to finally chill out.
Exactly. And you don't have to make it complicated. Read a book. Yeah.
Take a bath,
Nice.
spend time with people you love, or just have a cup of tea and relax.
I love all of those ideas.
It's about doing things that feel good and help you unwind.
I'm totally trying a digital sunset tonight. I can already imagine how much better I'll sleep.
Oh, you will. And it's not even just about sleep. It's about setting yourself up for a more productive day tomorrow.
Right.
When you create that separation between work time and downtime, your mind and body can actually recharge.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like hitting the reset button.
Exactly. And, speaking of resetting, we were talking earlier about tidying up your home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I think there's something really powerful about that.
I agree. I mean, obviously, it's nice to wake up to a clean space,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but I think it's more than that.
It's like a ritual to help you transition from that go, 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 go to a more peaceful state.
It is. It's like telling your mind and body, okay, it's time to relax now.
Exactly. It's about creating a peaceful space where you can actually unwind. I love that. Well, I think we've covered so much in this deep dive,
We have.
and it's been so inspiring. I feel like I have a ton of new ideas for making the most of my day.
I agree. And it's important to remember that it's not about being perfect.
Oh, definitely not.
It's about making small changes that work for you.
And celebrating the wins.
Yes. And learning from the times when things don't go so well.
It's all part of the journey. Well, this has been incredible. I feel like I have a whole new toolkit for creating a life that feels really good and reflects what matters to me.
It's been amazing talking with you. I hope everyone listening feels inspired to take what they've learned and make their lives even better.
Me too. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like and subscribe and tell a friend. We'll be back next week with another great topic. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making the most of every